Shova, Chairman Leiker, President Leiker, esteemed colleagues, guests, and most of all, the graduating class of spring 2012. Why are you here? Why are you here? The fundamental question we all have to answer each and every day of our lives. What difference do we want to make for having been lucky or blessed enough to see this day? The question of purpose. I begin many of my classes with this question to engage students in a conversation about life purpose, priorities, meaning, the creation of goal setting. We share a fundamental need as human beings to make a difference on this earth. Stonehenge was erected, the pyramids were built, cave drawings were painted to leave a mark. No one is on this earth to walk across the beach and not leave footprints in the sand. Graduating students of Platt College, today you have left one of the most significant footprints in the sand that you are likely to leave in your entire lives. Congratulations. To honor you, I'd like to reflect and invite you on a little memory trail of the steps that you took to get here, the experience that we're having here now, and the steps that may lead before you. I invite you to think back to the time when you first considered yourself to become a college student and a college graduate. It might have been the 5th grade, 6th grade, maybe 11th grade, maybe it was when you were leaving the military service. But there was a time in your life in which you thought to yourself, I could be a college graduate. Think about what that meant to you, the dreams that drove you. You may have thought, oh, I can get a good job. Maybe I can buy a house, maybe I can raise a family. And not only get a good job, but get a job doing something you love. Maybe be a role model for someone in your family. Show to yourself or to others that you could set a goal and reach it. Think of the questions that you had. When in term 1, the instructors give you a 3-foot by 3-foot portfolio case and a tackle box full of artistic implements of destruction and tell you to march up and down El Cajon Boulevard. And all those wonderful general education courses, math, science, English, speech, you loved them all. And the instructors you encountered along the way, if you were late, some instructors would have you bring a giant-sized Kit Kat. I even heard there was one instructor that was so out of touch, so outrageous, so sadistic that if you were late so much as 1 minute, that instructor would make you sing in front of the entire class. Bernie! I've heard of that instructor. I hear he's pretty good. And the trips abroad, Japan, Greece, Italy, Spain, China, you may have had a chance to visit faraway places for the first time in your lives. The local trips, the Getty Museum, the Norton Simon Museum, Paramount Studios, outside class activities, the Living Room Coffee House, Torrey Pines Reserve, Mission Trails, Toastmasters. These are again part of the steps you have left behind. And the things that you did to make a difference in other parts of the world. You held a solidarity activity for Haitian earthquake victims. You had a fundraiser for victims of the Japanese tsunami and raised $3,100. Now you might think, well, that's not a huge amount of money, but there are at least 399 colleges in California. If each and every one of them raised $3,100, that's over $1.2 million. You have a lot to be proud of for the footprints you've left throughout the world. Platt College graduating class today, you have answered those questions that you may have had so many years ago. And your hard work and dedicated study have allowed you to make your dreams back then a reality. Which brings us to today. Only 40% of American adults have an associate's degree. Only 30% have a bachelor's degree. You have now joined their number. Society cannot afford to have you in the back seat. I encourage you to take a hold of the steering wheel, to get involved, to get informed, to choose a cause, to vote, to continue to use your education to make a difference. I also encourage you to plant it in your mind right now. You are never finished being educated. This is an Alice in Wonderland world in which we need to run as fast as we can to stay where we are. Always see yourself as needing additional education. Never stop learning. Education and continuing education is the surest and best bet you can place for your job security. Today is further proof about what really makes people happy, and that is the attainment of challenging goals. We have messages in society that suggest that idle hedonism is the pathway to happiness, but no, it's when we're working hard to climb a mountain that we are at our happiest. Today, I suspect, is one of the happier moments of your life. I encourage you to continue always seeking the next mountain to climb. I believe that Sisyphus was smiling because someday he's going to push that rock over that hill. And when he does, he's going to look back at the steps he left behind, and he's going to be able to say, I did it. Never stop climbing. And allow what thoughts about meaning of this activity to reveal themselves to you. And I'd like to share some thoughts that had entered into my mind when I was in similar circumstance. When I graduated with my bachelor's degree, way, way back in the past, I think Old Town was still called Town. And I remember laying on the grass at Kent State looking up at the sky, and a thought came to me and said, no one can ever take this from me. No matter what happens in the rest of my life, I'll always be a college graduate. It's written in my permanent record. When I graduated with my master's degree, my parents weren't able to attend because my father was having triple bypass surgery. Now he's fine now, but the most unexpected thought came to my mind during that moment. I was named after my father, and I looked at that diploma, and I saw that name, my name, my father's name, our name. And I thought, I did something good with that name. I invite you to similarly open your mind in the hubbub of celebration, to invite in what thoughts of meaning may reveal themselves to you. You may just find something that has importance to you. It said there are two ways to watch a golf tournament. You can either follow one group and see the whole course, or you can stay at one hole and watch people play through. Students play the whole course.